We passed 50 subscribers. It's not a big number, but realize that that's half of 100. Holy cow, that's half of 100. Thank you guys for watching. Like, wow, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. With that said, I'm going to be making a couple of my videos private just to keep the channel quality up, make it look polished, and just get rid of some random junk I uploaded. If you guys want to watch that, by all means go ahead. I'll be doing that probably
April 4th.
and give you guys a week or two. Alright, let's let's do what we came here for. With this new milestone, I think it'd be appropriate if I could show you guys how I customize my pants. I know I've walked you guys through it, but I haven't really showed you guys. And now I can say this now, one of my fans asked for a sewing tutorial, and yeah, definitely I'll teach you guys how to sew right now, and I'll walk you through every single step that I do to customize these new pants. Now, according to the tag, these are Levi's Action Slacks. I got them at the thrift. Beautiful, beautiful brown pants. And what we're gonna do is we're probably gonna do some knee designs, maybe something on the thigh. But I have this in mind. I can either go with this style. Okay, I spent quite some time away from these pants, and coming back and looking at them with fresh eyes, I don't like them. And to specify how much time I was away, I got a haircut for an interview for a job that I did get and worked at until this whole corona situation. So now I'm back with plenty of time on my hands, and I know Women's Day just passed and I have the perfect print for it. So let's make that instead. So I do have this graphic from an Obey shirt. I love Shepard Fairey, I love his works, and I think we can cut this out in a way that fits. I love the gun, I love the flower. I think we could cut it out to have one leg have her, one leg have the gun. Because I was thinking about just having the gun because I really like it, but I also really like how this looks. I don't like this pattern too much, so what I'm going to do is cut her out of it. Big scissors. I am going to try to keep a slight border so that we have something to sew it into and not go into the design. Okay, looking at this actually looks pretty cool, and I don't want to separate her from the gun. So maybe, how about this? Move her to that side and then wrap this part around to the back so that the gun is shown here. And I got some needles to help us visualize it a little bit better. You know what? I actually don't hate that. Alright, now that we have our design nicely cut out, looks clean, looks nice, here's a little trick I like to do to keep my design in place while I'm sewing it. A little bit of Elmer's glue stick. It's completely washable, does not stain. It does stick, but once you toss it into the washing machine, it'll wash out easily. What I like to do is first know where my design is going to be. So here's the inseam. Use my own for reference right there. And I think I like it there. So now I have my glue stick. Just gonna lift up and be super generous with it. So now my design will not move, but I'm also not damaging the clothes. So what you're gonna do is get a nice long piece of thread. So let's just guesstimate about here. We have the thread, we have the needle. I'm going to thread the needle just by doing that. We have both ends. We're going to meet both ends. So now one hand has the needle, one hand has both ends of the thread. We're going to come full circle. And with this hand, I'm going to hold the thread and the needle. And this hand's going to wrap the thread 1, 2, 3, 4 times around the needle. Pull it down so that I can now hold the thread with only this finger and make our needle go through the little loops we just made. And just like that, we threaded the needle. And now the sewing pattern is pretty easy. You just start by going in, going all the way out. You don't want to go too far, but not too close, and back out. And then just do that again. In, make sure you get the thread all the way in, out, and make sure it's all the way out. And especially this part, be careful with the pocket. You don't want to sew the pocket. So have that on hand so you're not sewing that into your leg. You don't want to go all the way until you run out of thread. Let's give it some space. Once we come this close, we're going to tie it. And the way we're going to tie it is, you'd want to do this in the back, but just so I can show you, I'm going to do it in the front. The needle is going to go under one of our stitches of thread. We're going to go through. Now we have this little loop here. We're going to go through the loop to make a knot. And now we can cut